Hello guys, welcome to YouTube channel Phone Mania. So in today's video, we are doing the tips, tricks, hidden features and settings walkthrough video of the Realme 10 Pro Plus. So this is the 8GB 128GB variant of the Realme 10 Pro Plus and it's on the Realme UI 4.0. And you can see, let's go to the settings and let's look at the about device, and you can see it's on the Realme UI with the latest updates. And let's start from the most interesting features. So guys, as you can see, the phone is locked over here. So I'm just drawing an O over here, simple O over here. Instantly turns on the camera. You can see the camera is turned on. And now just again gonna lock and just draw a V over here. And you can see instantly turns on the flashlight. And next I'm gonna draw what do you call a up arrow over here. So let me lock and drawing an up arrow over here. And you can see instantly turns on the calculator. So these are covered under the gesture features. So first of all, you need to go to settings. And over here you can see additional settings, and upon here you can see gestures and motions, and over here you can see screen of gestures. This would be turned off by default, so you need to turn it on. And upon here you can see double tap to turn on or off the screen. You should enable that, so if you're using that feature. And then you can also control, this was the feature which I'm using, draw O to open camera, draw V to turn on or off the torch. And then we have the music controls like next, play, pause within the lock screen itself, so that's also really nice. And then we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 of the other apart from the calculator feature, so you can assign each of them to either your one of the apps or your favorite functions. So you can see I'm just drawn a slide up, and I could assign either to unlock, call, or open an app, and it will see you can assign to any of the apps. So if I am assigned to settings, so and you can see I am slide left, let me assign to another app called Chrome, and slide right to another app that should be the messages. Okay, so you can assign to each of these and just turn on, slide up for settings, slide left for Chrome, slide right for messages. And now let me lock my phone and I'm gonna slide left, and you can see instantly the Chrome appears, and I'm gonna slide right, and you can see instantly the messages appears. So this is really fun to use. You should enable that feature. So that's it regarding the gestures and motions main section. So we have covered this screen of gestures right now, and apart from that we have draw W, draw M, and you can assign to your favorite apps, as well as you can turn on this over here. And now let's talk about the 3-finger screenshot. So this is just like a 3-finger swipe, instantly turns on the screenshot. And now it's a case when you have to share only this portion, not the entire screenshot like this. So you need only this portion, so you need to do just press and hold, touch and hold over here like this. So you can see a draggable area would be up here, and you can assign which area you need. And see, now if you need a small area, then you can do like this, and if you need a big area, you can just go on like this one. So you can see, so I need just this portion, so I'm just done. So I'm just clicking, and you can see you can mark up, pixelate, translate, crop to shape, and you can find like options to write over there. You can see, tap over here and see important data, NB data, and then just save. Now it would be saved with your what we call that text marking. So that's really fun to use. Wow, really nice. And next is a raise to week. That means whenever so you can see if I just turned on, whenever my phone is like lying over there, and instantly when I pick up phone, instantly turns on the phone. That's the raise to week feature. So enable that, and along with that I need to enable one more feature. So that would be in the settings, main settings, then passwords and security, face. You should turn on the face unlock. So let me grab the face unlock really quick. Use a different password type, so I'm just trying 1 2 3 4, a simple one, 1 2 3 4. Now it would be asking for enroll my face, so I'm just enrolling my face, and you can see an option called enter home screen after unlocking. Okay, so it is turned on by default. And now if you turned on the raise to wake as well as this feature, so you does not need to pick off any of the buttons. Instantly when you pick up the phone, automatically your phone goes to the home screen. So you can see, so it just pick up the phone only, see, instantly goes, so rapid instant to the home screen. So that's a really cool feature. So you need to turn on this as well as the raise to wake as well as the face at the same time. And then let's again move to the gestures and motions, and let's check others. So lift to ear to answer calls. That means when you're receiving some calls and you need to just pick up your phone to the ear to answer the calls, that was this one. And then auto switch to receiver. So that means if you are in the speaker and then you need to just pick up your phone to ear, instantly switch to the earpiece receiver and all. Then flip to mute incoming calls. That means if you are in normal mode and you are receiving incoming call, just flip the phone to make it silent. So these are the main features in the gesture and motion section. Okay. So guys, next is the assistive ball. So just turn on the assistive ball. So that is essentially the assistive touch as you seen on the iPhone. So you can see, and you can assign to the either gesture options. That means tap for one function, double tap to another function. So it's called gesture functions, or you can assign to touch functions. So you need to go to the assistive ball and change this gesture options to tap menu, and now it can use these 5 functions like this one, 1 2 3 4 5, like the go back, screenshot, recent tasks, lock screen and all. So you just need to press over here, instantly goes to lock screen. So that's also really nice. Okay, in according to your wish, you can also rearrange, like you can see, just tap on the go back and you can assign to any the other functions like the notification or one-handed mode and all. So it's just a basic level of customization, not much customization. So I wouldn't recommend this if you're really a fan of this, using this what do you call it, assistable, and you should definitely do it. Else I wouldn't recommend, because this is very limited set of functions available. Okay, so guys, next is the one-handed mode. So you guys can see, and you can see this would be enabled only when the navigation gestures are enabled. So you can just draw a small swipe down on the gesture guide bar like this, and instantly you can see it's on the one-handed mode, and you can just tap over here to back to the normal screen. Okay, so that's is it regarding the one-handed mode. Now next is the navigation gestures. So currently I'm set to the navigation gestures, and you can see now it's a gesture guide bar over here. So if you want to disable that, just turn on the hide gesture guide bar. And now next one is, if you're just doing a back, it wouldn't give any haptic vibration. So it has got an immersive O haptics over here. So I would show you, like you can see, experience the next level of haptics. So O haptics is really crisp and vivid haptics. I really like the haptics of this one, so I need to say it first. And so I would recommend you to enable that too. That means just go to the system navigation, and you need to vibrate on back navigation. So each and every time when you just go on the back, you can just get the nice smooth haptic feedback from the phone itself. So that is also really nice. And you can see, apart from that, you have the switch to previous app feature is also available. That means you can switch between 2 apps, like so if I just turned on, so you can just, so let me see which app is over there. So it's photos as well as settings. So if I'm currently in the settings, if I need to go to the photos, just back and hold over here, and you can see the photos app over here. Just leave my finger and again do the same. Now it will be showing my settings. See, settings apps. So just go on back and just keep holding over here, so it can switch between these 2 apps. So I would recommend, don't do that, just do instant, just do like this to switch between the apps. So this is really convenient and good. Just give a swipe over here. See, wow, really smooth and fluidic, and just no need to do the random stuffs and all. So this is really good. Okay, so that was it regarding the additional settings. Now let's move to the special features. So let's start from the split screen. Okay, so let's tap over here. That's the split screen. So how to enter the split screen? Just swipe up with your 3 fingers. So if I'm currently in the photos, I'm just doing a swipe up with my 3 fingers. Instantly you can turn on the second tab. So let it be Chrome. So you can see at the same time I can access the Chrome. Sorry, let me swipe up with the 3 finger, and let me at the same time I can access the Chrome as well as move the photos. See, Chrome, photos. So it works really seamlessly, you can see. And if you ask me, is the Realme UI 4.0 really fluid, then I would say I felt a minor shutter lags as well as frames. That means the animation skills are feeling a bit of shutter here and there. That means in some areas, if I switch between the apps or doing something, but in some areas it is really optimized really well. So it need a few more optimizations to get it to the better form also. Okay, so keep that in mind also. So that's a split screen. Apart from that, then we have the flexible windows, which have the button free mode, quick hide window in the game, as well as share via floating window. And then we have the quick return, which support only just one app, that's the clock only. So I'm just skipping that. And now this is another one of my favorite feature, that's the quick launch, which uses the fingerprint scanner. So let me turn on the quick launch. So it would be asking me to add my fingerprint. So let me add my fingerprint. Let's see how much time does it take. Okay, so really snappy, guys, no issues. Okay, done. And now what happens is you can see 5 of the function apps are here. So I need to just tap over here, and I can assign it to any of the functions. You can see ton of functions. You can felt a minor shuttering over here. Okay, now it's fine. And so I am just assigning it to calculator, and one more app is there, so I'm assigning to Chrome. So I'm just tick, and now what happens is I'm just locking the phone, and I am just unlocking with my fingerprint. I am just leaving the finger even if it's unlocked, and you can see it and instantly goes to any of the applications. So I'm just leaving the Chrome, and boom, the Chrome just open. So it's rapid fast to any of the applications. So that is really cool. And my next favorite feature is obviously the smart slide bar. So this is the reason which I mentioned you to disable the assistive touch, because this has the every set of features which the assistive ball does. So you can see you can just swipe up from the right, and it has an edge display. That wise it is really smooth and all. And you can see you can just tap on the edit, and you can assign to any tons of apps. You can see I'm just tapping the plus, and I'm adding applications to it. So I'm just done. So it can be on your any of the screen. You can see automatically it would be over here, and just swipe over here, you can instantly go to any of the applications. So let me show you quickly. So the smart sidebar is really nice. So I'm just enabled, so you can see tons of, and each of the application which you open, support apps would be open in the small window like this. So that means if you are in some application, like if you are in the Chrome and you can doing some research regarding some mathematical calculation, so you need to calculate at the instant itself. So you doesn't need to switch any of that. Just drag the smart sidebar, just tap the calculator, and you know this here is the numbers. So you know 23% into some random calculation, so you can done it with ease. And at every time you can, if you need another application like photos or something else like this, you can tap on the photos and also use. That means if you have some apps, so you need to copy the data from here and type over here, you can also do that like this. See, you can have both of them at the exact same time. So that is also really nice. So that's what the smart sidebar, which I really like the feature. Now let's look at the displays. So display and brightness. So let's start from the dark mode. Okay, this is the dark mode, and then we have the screen color mode. By default it would be on the vivid, but I would be recommending keeping it on the brilliant. That's where the maximum vibrancy of the displays comes. So I would be putting it on the brilliant for the maximum vibrancy. And you can either switch to the natural for the light colors, or vivid for the normal colors, and for the maximum out you should put it on the brilliant. Okay, and now apart from that, we have the eye comfort shield also, and we can set the time as well as the screen color temperature also. Depends upon your preference. Okay, so that is also available. Then the video color boost is also available, so you can see it can bump the video. That means from the standard dynamic range to the high dynamic range, it is also available. That means the video color boost. Then in the HDR video, that means the brightness of the HDR video can be improved with the video HDR boost, so you can turn on that too. Okay, so that is what in the displays. And one more thing I need to say is regarding the refresh rate. So in some areas which I felt that auto select doesn't work for the 120 Hz, so I would be recommending keeping it on the high for the maximum smoothness. So now it feels really snappy, but in some areas I felt like it is not running on the 120 Hz while it was on auto select. So I would be recommending keeping it on the 120 Hz itself. Forcefully you should do it. Else, if you are really a fan of battery backup, then you should definitely switch to auto switch for the best battery usage. Now look at the next interesting area, that means passwords and security, and let's turn on the privacy protection password. And let me draw a pattern really quick. And okay, it's done. And again, you can see app lock, app hide, and the private safe. These are the 3 important features. So let me start from the app lock. So just tap and the app lock, and you can see each of your apps would be listed over here. And if you want to lock, suppose Chrome, just tap. First of all, you need to turn on the app lock, and then you need to turn on the Chrome over here, and it would be asking app locked, use fingerprint or face recognition for this app. You can either cancel, that means you should always unlock with your pattern itself, or pattern pin or something like that, or you can use your fingerprint. So if I just open the Chrome right now, so you can see it would ask for my face or fingerprint. So I'm just doing my fingerprint. It's done. Boom. Okay, but the thing is, the next time when I open the Chrome, you can see it's instantly opens without any of them. So you need to do is, so I would show you right now, settings, password security, privacy protection password, ask for my a pattern, and just go to the app lock, and you can see a settings icon over here. Just tap over here, and then you need to do is lock app when you need to do exiting the app. So each and every time when you exit the app, it would be see exited the app again. So again, each and every time when you exit the app, instantly asks for your fingerprint or your face. Okay, so that is really cool regarding that. So let's move to the next. So that's password security, privacy protection password. Let me type the pin. Okay, so next below that we have the hide apps. So you can hide any of the apps over here. And suppose if I hide Amazon, it would be asking to set an access code. That means access code is like hash your password hash. So hash, my password is 1234 hash. So this is my access code, and now I just hide Amazon, and you couldn't find Amazon from here. You can see the spot where Amazon was, and now I need to open up my dialer, and I need to dial my password hash, my password 1234 hash. Now it will be showing my, you can see the hidden apps over here. So that is it. And so that was this guy in the hide apps. Then we have the private save, which we can keep your secure files and all. So use fingerprint as well as registration. You can hide your images and videos, audios, documents, and other files. So that's another important section. So next is the app cloner. Just turn on the apps, and you can see app clone over here. Just tap on the app, which you need to two apps. So just tap create app clone. So you can see Facebook clone app added, and also all the support apps will be listed over here. Now let's look at the other features like starting from the sound and vibration. Here we can see that O haptics over here, haptics and tones. This is the O haptics. You can make use of each and every one of the haptics, because this is really immersive, and you can increase the intensity to the maximum for the maximum vibrancy. And you can see crisp and indent. You should definitely keep it on the crisp itself for the maximum accurate as well as smooth haptics. So guys, next is the entire set of customization of the phone is in the wallpaper and style. You can see that you can change the wallpapers. By default, you can have tons of stop wallpapers over also, and you can see the always on display, and you can see whether it should ask for the music playback should be shown on the always on display, or as well as the trips and for deliveries. You can either turn it on or off. I would just enable the music playback only. Okay, and as well as more display settings, you can ask you can see display option over here. That means it should be shown all day or scheduled from time to time and all, and what are the infos that should be shown. So if you just tap on the battery, it won't be shown. If you tap the battery again, it should be shown. If you don't want the date, just tap on the here, it wouldn't show your date. And if you doesn't want your notification, just tap on the here. Okay, so it wouldn't show your notification. That means the main use of this is, so just keep it over there. Okay, so that is it. And then we have tons of image customized always on displays over here. You can see a really nice one. Wow. Oh, see, let me in use and let me show you. Okay, so that was it regarding the always on display. And then we have, apart from that, we have the themes section, which we can download from the theme store also. And then we have the font. So you can have few of the font sizes by default, like the Roboto, Real Choice, Realme Sans, and more. And then we have the font size, which we can adjust it, as well as the font weight also. And that is it regarding the fonts. And then we have the icon sections, which we have tons of styles for the icons. You can see customized styles for the icons, and if you want to show app names or hide app names, and you can have the sizes of the app names like big or small. So you can have the entire customization over there itself. And then we have the colors. So you can change the colors over here, like the alpine, trendy, and all. Or you can either use the customized color based on your preference, or you can choose the colors based on your wallpaper colors and all. So I'm just tapping the custom, and I'm just applied green one. Okay, now let's see. So you can see enter is green. Okay, now let me, okay, that's it. Okay, so that was it regarding the colors. And then we have the quick settings, or that we can see currently it's on circle, and you can see you can set to square. Okay, but I would keep on the default, so that's really nice. And then we have the edge lighting feature, which is only just 3 of them. I wish it had more options like Samsung does. You can see this one is really good, or either this one, because it's an edge display, it would appears really nice also. So edge lightning. And then we have fingerprint animation. That means each and every time when we unlock with the fingerprint, it should show some unique animations, like let me put an unregistered finger. Okay, sorry, see see different set of animations. Okay, so that is also available over here. Then the notification status bar, and upon here status bar you can see you can have the battery style, vertical, loop, do not show, horizontal, and you can see the battery percentage outside the icon, inside the icon. You can see inside the icon, that would be better. And if you want to have the real-time network speed, just turn on this and you can see the upload and download speeds over here. And also that's it regarding that section status bar. And then we have more settings. So next is a notification history. So just turn on this notification history. That means if you have someone sent a WhatsApp message and it's received on your phone, and then they have done the delete for everyone. Once if the message is received in the notification, even if they deleted the message or even if you cleared the message, it would be appears. That means each and every notification which you have cleared or the third party have cleared with their end, that means WhatsApp third party messages are cleared, that would be appear over here. So no entire set of notifications can be seen over here, even if you cleared by accident or by normal. Okay. Then we have the battery. So for the gamers, I would show you an option called the more settings. Let's go to the battery more settings, and then we have the performance mode. Then switch the high performance mode at the time of gaming and all. Okay. So next is on the Realme Lab. You can see dual mode audio. That means you need to connect a wired earphone as well as a wireless earphone, and you can play at the same time. That is the dual mode audio. Then we have sleep capsule, which we can, it's a sort of what we call restriction, which from time to time you can use this set of apps and all. So it's a sort of customization and all. That means a sort of personalized customization. Then we have the heart rate measurement. So just agree and continue. Let's check my heart rate and measurement. So it shows 13 seconds. 10, let's see, 9. Oh, okay, this was which is shown over here. I don't know how much it would be accurate. So that was it regarding the heart rate measurement is also available. Then we have the RAM expansion. That means this is the 8GB 128GB variant, but it can be also the 16GB 128GB variant. So just go to the RAM and just boom, the whooping 8GB of external RAM. So 8GB plus the internal 8GB, so totally in 16GB of RAM with 128GB of storage. So guys, next let's talk about the camera. So we have the night mode over here, and we can also make use of the pro mode, and also we can make use of 1x as well as the 2x. And then if you disable the pro mode, you can use the 0.6x as well as the 2x. And then we have the filter options also available over here. Then we have the straight mode, which we can adjust the focal length on 16mm, 24mm or the 50mm mode. And then we have the video. Actually this doesn't have the OIS, but it has got an EAS function, that means ultra steady. You can see currently it's changed to 1080p at 60 fps, and we have the AI mode also over there. And then we have the tracking feature, that means the tracking shot feature is also available. We can make use of the 0.6x, 1x as well as the 2x. And when we have some the depth changing effect available. And then we have the filters option as well as the retouch option available over there. And then we have the photo mode, which we can make use of the AI camera and all. And then we can make use of the same filters option here. And then we have the portrait mode. Okay, you can see. And then we have the dedicated 108 MB mode for the maximum resolution. And then on more we can see the pro mode, which we can enable to make use of the ISO, shutter speed, EF, as well as focus, as well as white balance option. And then we have the panoramic mode, and then we have the macro mode. You can see the macro mode, dedicated macro mode is also available. And then we have the film mode, which makes use of taking video in this like this. It's really nice. We can customize and adjust the settings over here itself, so that is also really nice. Okay, and then we have the slow motion, then the time lapse, then the dual view video, that means front camera as well as the back camera recording. Then we have the starry mode, and then we can have the group portrait photos, so that is exceptionally good when we take multiple subjects in the background. And then we have the tilt shift option. So guys, that's all regarding the tips, tricks, hidden features and settings on the video of the Realme 10 Pro Plus. For more videos like this, stay tuned and subscribe. Signing off, it's Phone Mania.